you can't command Pony's attention because your mane's messed up?
Does this look messed up to you?
Ah yes, breathe it in. Admire the sheer amount of fan service in this one opening shot. Pumpkin already has a disappearing potion and applied it exclusively on her eyelashes.
Happy sneeze-aversary!
We saw the Cake Twins born almost 6 years prior to this episode, but apparently they only just had their first sneeze 1 year ago. Either a lot less time has passed in Equestria than you would think, or these babies are just really good at resisting a sneeze reflex. This episode has the longest cold opening of the entire show. Taking longer to cut to commercials is more time for Hasbro's toy commercials after all. Rainbow Dash's mane is in fact the main thing about the theme when it comes to animation errors.
Because it's not just party string.
It's not just party string, it's impossibly sticky party string simply because the plot demands it. And at the expense of Pinky's post-baby cake's middle name, no less, considering the damage done to the workplace and her products. Pinky describes exactly what convoluted thing happens next.
If only we had some kind of super sudsy mane conditioning shampoo for you and a magical cleaning remover potion for me.
She's not even trying to hide her access to the show's scripts. Pinky's crowbar must have knocked these two out cold because neither of the babies move or show any sign of life. Zecora fails to label these two very important and very identical bottles. But also, Zecora being able to whip up any random potion with seemingly limitless ability sure does undermine a lot of conflicts faced in the show. Sombra's back? Just splash some of Zecora's holy water on him. Pony of Shadows? A spit take can defeat that. The most overpowered thing seen in this show is wasted on a hair-related conflict.
Just a few drops, any mess you'll improve if you focus on that which you want to remove.
But whatever you do, do not focus on the bottle. For a runaway potion, no pony can throttle. Rarity neglects to keep the shower curtains inside of the tub, meaning the floor should be covered with water. Rarity takes a shower without once thinking about her ears, fur coat, horn, or anything else on her head other than her mane, simply because the plot demands it. It would have been so easy for this to be the last shower she ever takes. We conveniently skip over the tail washing portion of her shower because that would require her to actually see her mistake before the reveal. Does the potion have antimatter properties and annihilate upon use? Or does it go down the drain with the rest of Rarity's gamer bathwater to enter the water cycle and dissipate across Equestria until ponies are afraid to even think about anything near water for fear of a cataclysmic contamination slowly eroding everything in the world? It's probably the first one. The real question is, why was Zecora prepared to give this magical extinction level Doomsday nuke to Pinkie Pie of all ponies? This episode gives us a better glimpse into the daily lives of the ponies of Ponyville than Slice of Life ever could have. Now we know their true daily adventures involve just taking turns getting in line for the same things over and over. Characters failing to recognize someone due to a rudimentary disguise is nothing new, but Rarity is face to face with these ponies and they can clearly hear her distinctive voice. Maybe the English dub of the Ponish original hides the fact every pony just sounds the same. Rarity gets dismissed and pushed around, eerily similar to Fluttershy in putting your hoof down, proving that the actual length of a mare's mane has nothing to do with big mane energy.
That ain't something us non-fabulous folk here can understand.
That's a heck of a way to greet new customers. Welcome to my shop, fellow ugly person. This shopkeeper sells the couch out from under Rarity for 3 times the price. However, that's not nearly as much as it sounds like if the couch was only 3 bits to begin with. He must not think very highly of Rarity regardless of her mane.
Fixing manes with magic is
Tricky! I know! I don't care!
The most obvious magic trick to try now is to give Rarity a mustache, then chop it off and craft a wig out of it to bring the Season 1 references full circle. In an episode detailing the consequences of losing one's mane, Twilight's first solution is to steal it from some pony else and make it their problem. That's not very princess-like. This whole episode is predicated upon the strange fact that wigs are simply impossible to make all of a sudden, even though there are multiple examples, namely Cranky's toupee. Probably most significant of all is the time Rarity made an exact duplicate of her own mane, which pretty much debunks this whole episode. These doors are no longer translucent as seen before.
But it has to come from somewhere.
You can't just make a mane with magic.
Until they do exactly that mere seconds later. Why did Twilight say this? This whole episode exists in a parallel dimension where so many previous episodes simply didn't take place, and suddenly, manes are the most mysterious and magical things in the universe. Oh no, Granny's gone senile again. Not only is she donning a wig to return to her fillyhood, but she's also milking the cow without a bucket. This one's actually a great idea for the photo shoot, which they give up on way too soon. The only problem is they'd need Rainbow Dash in the studio to assist, and then Rarity would have to worry about her unique mane stealing the show. The only reason Fluttershy's turn to propose a solution is so utterly terrible is because she actually has a brother whose whole thing is making wigs and styling manes, but that also would have prevented this episode from happening, so let's try using leaves and twigs instead. In Equestria, fans are powered by hooves, especially fans of heart hooves. Pinkie Pie is conspicuously absent from this main 6 gathering, and no pony notices she's missing for 2 days. Either she's been trapped and every pony forgot about her, she's been trapped and the riders forgot about her, or this is all part of Starlight's ploy to eliminate her and finally assume control of a main 6 position.
Perhaps I'll fetch the rest of that remover potion.
Too bad we saw her use every last drop earlier. They lead Rarity into town to surprise her with the magazine photo shoot, but it was just dumb luck Rarity hasn't spotted any ponies sporting her style long before this reveal.
It's the most beautiful manes in Equestria issue of Vanity Mare. You should read it.
You should pay for it. Photo Finish is clearly not a fan of his cutie mark because she photo finished the shopkeeper for some reason. It was a nice idea to do this, but these pictures from the day of suggest Photo Finish was already lurking in Sugar Cube Corner and taking pictures before they approached her. The plot demands a lot of this episode, but nowhere near as much as Photo Finish's own demand for plot. Derpy is the true main trend-setting main pony, but also this random bird keeps showing up for some reason and has more appearances in this episode than Derpy got all season. Rainbow Dash hijacks this Rarity episode to remind every pony of her awesome quota.
Awesome! 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 Early onset mare pattern baldness.
Can't you do a spell to restore some semblance of my mane?
We can just make a mane with magic.